Entitled bitch spoils Avengers Infinity War for hundreds of people. Since Endgame is coming out soon, my cousin finally told me this story. It seems thematic. This took place in India, by the way. My cousin went to watch Avengers Infinity War, and this kid screamed rhythmically in song, "Spider-Man dies, Bucky dies, Falcon dies, and Star-Lord dies," for every victim of the snapping, every death. Gamora, Spider-Man, Vision, Scarlet Witch, every one. People were shouting at this kid. Curses, swearing, threats, everywhere. This BM just shouts, "Why the are you shouting at my kid? It's just a movie, assholes." Like, she didn't know the cultural importance of the movie. The movie was delayed for 10 minutes due to all the noise, and 5 people were kicked out, but not the kid. That little bitch repeated the song over and over again. His mother slapped a person who tried to stop him. Guess what? That bitch then decided to run to the front. He went to the front of the theater. And flossed. While singing the same song again. When the ushers tried to kick him out, the EM slapped him. She said he was just a child. This kid was like 12. And it was just a movie. It wasn't like insert Bollywood movie, I don't know what it was, that was coming out. The usher just spoiled it for her, and she blew up. After the frenzy, the usher then explained that is what her son was doing to these people. EM then went up to her son and slapped him, repeatedly, and pulled him by the ear out of the cinema. The people in the theater were given a free ticket to watch Infinity War in gold class any other day, as well as a free ticket for any future film on opening day. My cousin is using his for Endgame. The kid was repeatedly slapped, and by the looks of it, was punished severely. The kid and his mother were apparently banned from the theater, and since this company owned all of the nearest cinemas to their city, they had to travel 30 minutes extra to the next city to see the film. Definitely not that crazy, but it was really, really annoying. Now, the one thing I definitely want to say is I can't stand having to put up with something I can easily punt across a parking lot. Be a little shit. That includes little yappy dogs and kids. Not that I hate kids. I don't hate kids. Just this little shit needs to be put in its place. But the worst part is the mother got all slap happy and just started hitting anybody who disagreed with her. And it took a person ruining a movie for her to think, hey, maybe my little hell spawn needs to be put in his place. But unfortunately, it ends up costing them a very short trip to a movie theater. I could not imagine. The crowds out here would go nuts if that happened. Especially since Endgame's coming out. Also, speaking of which, I've been on a very tight social media silence until it does come out. I just doing that for my own safety. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it for my own safety. I don't want it ruined, because someone out there is trying, and you know they are. EM is pissed off I didn't spend enough money on her son for Christmas. Hey guys, this story is from 2 years ago. It happened around a time when I first moved to Vegas. I have a cousin who has 7 kids, and since I had just moved, and I hadn't seen them since the youngest was in diapers. Now, this cousin also has a sister who has exactly 1 child. For that 1 kid, she got food stamps, child support, and she doesn't fucking work. She is the type of person who trades their food stamps for cash and blows her money on stupid shit like trips to Cali and weed. She literally only cares about someone if she can use them. Mind you, my cousin with the 7 works her ass off. She is literally embarrassed that she gets government help because she feels responsible for having all 7 of her children. But no matter how hard she works, she makes enough for the bills, and the food stamps she gets buys enough food to last a month. Growing kids eat a lot. Mind you, I was 20 turning 21, and I always had hella money left over after every check. My bills were paid on time, and I would help my mother from time to time. We visited the kids one day, and the 3rd youngest told me that Christmas was coming, but he knows he wasn't going to get anything from Santa, but he's excited that they get to eat food on Christmas. Kids live off of ramen and ravioli. This shattered my heart. All of her kids were well behaved for the most part, and they deserved a good Christmas. I started asking them what they wanted. In order from the oldest to the youngest, Dax wanted headphones and a new sweater. Jen wanted a sweater and nail polish. Darren wanted football and cake. Junior wanted soccer ball and cake. Z wanted Transformers and Power Rangers. Nana wanted My Little Pony. Jay just wanted anything Paw Patrol. Names are changed, of course. So I talk to my cousin in Spanish since the kids don't understand it yet, and I tell her how I will take Christmas off and how I want to take the kids for her. She looked like she wanted to cry, and then she thanked me and told me she would try to pay me back. I told her no. She stated that she would pick up an extra shift because she still wanted to get them something. So I got paid, and I gave myself a $40 limit per kid. I got each kid 2 big presents from Walmart, and with the remaining money, I got them all small stuff from the dollar store. Her kids appreciate everything you give them. The 2 that wanted cake, they got cake. I even put a bow on that bitch, and we hid it behind the milk and eggs in the fridge. Now, I guess my cousin told her sister, because I got a call from her sister, and this was how the conversation went. EC's entitled cousin, me, obviously, GC, good child, his mom is a piece of shit, but he isn't. Hey, Chris told me you were doing Christmas for her kids? Yeah, they are spending Christmas Eve at my house. Mom's cooking dinner, and we're opening presents the next morning. Surely you have room for one more. Are you talking about GC? Of course I am. Alright, no problem. Drop him off Christmas Eve night so he can eat and watch movies, then pick him up the next morning. No problem. Mind you guys, after buying the kids their presents and my presents, I was a little broke. EC called me the day before Christmas Eve, so I scrounged what I could and got GC some dollar store toys. Christmas Eve comes and my mom picks up the 7 and brings them to my house. They are flabbergasted by the presents under the tree and in the stockings with their names. The older ones goofing about who got what. I wait an hour or 2 and EC never brings GC. So we feed the kids and start watching movies. After about 3, all the kids just pass out in food comas. The next morning we wake and there's no word from EC. The kids start diving into their presents. Junior and Darren have some Christmas cake and they share it with their siblings. Everything is in full swing. Then banging on the door. I open it and I'm not really happy. Why the fuck are you banging on my... Oh, it's you guys. Why didn't you bring GC last night? Watch your mouth. I got busy and we couldn't make it. Smelling bullshit and rolling my eyes. You said worse stuff in front of GC. You want to come in? Sorry, we don't have time. Can we just get his presents, his meal, and go? His meal? Yeah, your mom cooked? Yeah, last night. You were busy and the kids ate it all. You didn't save GC a plate? You never brought him, so no. Whatever, just give us his presents. GC looks like he wants to stay and play. I felt bad for the kid. I walked in and swam through the wrapping paper till I got to GC's presents. They were small, so I put them in a gift bag. He opened them on my porch and his eyes lit up. Whoa, a ninja, a wrestler? Ooh, silly putty. I got a puzzle. I love this. Thank you, Momo. I got a little glomp. I hugged him back and said Merry Christmas. That's it? I gave her a look, trying to compose myself. Bitch meter rising. What do you mean? How much did you spend on them? None of your business. You know you are selfish. You bought him these cheap-ass toys so you could buy Chris and her kids all that shit. Let GC have one of each of their toys so it's fair. Bitch meter explodes. Are you insane? Closes door and covers GC's ears. It's Christmas. Be glad I bought anything at all. You only ever call us when you want something. You rob your son of a good time because you only care about yourself. It's not fair to him. You spend money on bullshit when you have a whole child to care for. You only have one child, and because you milked your baby daddy, that poor soul pays hella money for his son. But you spend that money on your nails and weed. How about you act your age and be responsible for once? EC looked shocked. Who do you think you are? A woman who didn't try to trap a man by getting pregnant on purpose. A woman who doesn't get assistance but pays taxes so lazy bitches like you can feed your kid. The woman that bought your kid Christmas presents because I wasn't selfish like his mother. EC looked like she wanted to hit me. She would have swung if my mom hadn't come outside. EC is intimidated by my mom. She takes GC and leaves. She ended up moving to Chicago to mooch off her mother now. I hope GC is okay and that he doesn't pick up her horrid habits. Now this next one, this ungrateful see you next Tuesday. I've dealt with people like this. I've worked at places where I've seen people like this. I know people who are like this. And honestly, I do feel bad for the kid. The kid deserves better. And what I really appreciate, because this is both a nice story and a sad story, what I really appreciate is the kid, even though they were like dollar store items, still appreciated the gifts he was given. And that actually warms me up really well, because I know it's hard to deal with a parent that's like that. And I've seen kids deal with parents that are like that. The kid is a great kid, and they deserve so much better. And the only thing you can do is sit there and pray, just like this person said. Sit there and pray that the kid doesn't grow up like their horrible parents. So that's all the stories I have for today. Tell me what you think about them in the comments section below. I want to know how you would react if someone tried to ruin a movie for you that you've been looking forward to, or worse, tell me how you would feel if you went out and got gifts for another sibling or cousin of yours, just to have another one be that person that was in the story. As usual, I always look forward to your comments. Please leave a like on the video. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because I know there's a lot of you here that watch that haven't subscribed yet, and you're missing out on great things. Also, ring that little bell icon, because it definitely tells you when I upload, because YouTube doesn't. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for following along. And as usual, as always, my friends, stay frosty and keep moving forward.